If tables and queries both look like rows and columns, why does Microsoft Access need both of them? Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by Access Learning Zone. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a table and a query in Microsoft Access. The short version is this: tables store your information and queries ask questions about that information. That's the simple way to remember it. Now let's unpack that a little bit. Recently received an email from a Silver member, but I get asked this all the time by beginners. Martin from Davis, California asked, how do I know when I should use a table and when should I use a query? I already have my customer information in a table, so I don't understand why I need another thing that looks almost the same. I want to know which one I should be using and why. Well, Martin, the correct answer is you should be using both of them. A table is like a permanent home for your data. If you're tracking customers, the customer table is where those customers actually live. If you're tracking orders, the order table is where those orders live. Products live in a product table, and so on. Each table should focus on one kind of information. Customers go in the customer table, orders in the order table, products in the product table. And inside that table, you've got individual fields that are the individual pieces of information, like first name, last name, phone number, and so on. Records are the rows, so one row might be one customer, or a row in the product table is one product. So if you remember nothing else about tables, remember this: tables store the real data. They're the source of truth. You could think of a table as like a permanent archive box for one kind of thing. And inside that box, let's say you've got index cards, right? Each card is like one record, one customer. And written on that index card, you've got first name, last name, phone number, and so on. Those are your fields. But the important thing here is the box, the table, holds the real information. Now, if tables store data, why is that not enough? Well, because most of the time, you don't want to see everything in the table. Imagine your customer table's got 50,000 customers in it, and the boss walks in and says, all right, show me all the customers from Florida sorted by last name. Now, you could open the table, apply a filter, sort the last name field, hide a couple of columns to make it look just right. But then tomorrow the boss says, oh, I want to see that list that you gave me yesterday with the customers from Florida. Oh, now you got to go do all that work again. Or he might throw a curveball. He might say, show me all the customers with a credit limit over $1,000. Or next week, show me everybody who's not ordered in the last year. You don't want to keep rearranging the same table every time someone asks a question about that data. So the table is storage, but it's not meant to be 50 different custom lists. So for our analogy with our boxes, the boxes are the tables, right? They contain the actual data. But let's say you've got different lists printed out, right? So you could say, okay, here's everything in the boxes organized alphabetically. Right? Here's another list I printed out that shows where all of the electronic items are stored. Here's another list that shows everything that's blue. See, you can print out different lists that just explain what's in the boxes. And those are like queries. Right? A query is basically a saved question that you can ask your table. Show me all the customers from Florida. Show me all the orders from last month. Show me all the customers who are active. Show me everyone with a credit limit over $1,000. Every query remembers the fields that you want, the sort order that you want, the criteria that you want. And instead of rebuilding that list every time someone asks a question, you save it as a query. Then later, you just open the query, and Access asks that table the same question again. That's the big idea. The table stores the information. The queries ask the questions. Right? The boxes still hold all your memorabilia, all your stuff, all your pictures and your baseball cards and all that stuff. But the lists on the clipboards that you printed out, those printouts, those lists have only what you wanted to find. Maybe you've got a list, alphabetical. You've got another one that's printed out by color, whatever. Tomorrow you can use the same sheet again instead of searching through every box by scratch. If you're looking for a baseball, you just look down your alphabetized list and say, okay, baseballs are in box 36. And that's what makes queries so useful in Access. It's not another place to store information or store orders. It's a saved question that tells Access which customers you want to see or which orders you want to find based on how you want to see them. And that's one of the biggest beginner misunderstandings. Most of the time, people think a query contains its own copy of the data. It doesn't. A normal select query is just a view of the data that's stored in the table. The query results might look like a table, but the data still lives in the original table, not the query. Think of it like looking through a window. The window lets you see part of the room, but the furniture is not stored in the window. The furniture is still stored in the room. Same thing here. The query lets you see certain records in certain fields, but the real data is still in the table, which is good because you don't want 5 copies of your customer list floating around. Right? On the clipboard, you've got a carefully prepared viewing list, not another archive box. The list shows you a list of baseballs, postcards, souvenirs, right, that match a particular request, but those items have not been moved onto the clipboard. They're still safely in their original boxes. Right? One set of data, one trusted home, but as many useful views as you need. Now, here's the part that surprises people, and this is actually where my metaphor breaks down. Since a query is often a live view of the data, if you change the data in the query, you may be changing the data in the table. If you open a customer query and change someone's phone number, you didn't just change the query, you changed the phone number in the customer table. It's the same underlying record, it's just being displayed a different way. Now, this is why I don't let end users poke around directly in tables or queries unless they know what they're doing, and even then I sometimes don't. For most regular users, you normally build forms, and forms give people a friendly screen to work with and give you more control over what they can see and edit. But conceptually for you, the new Access developer, this is important. Queries do not usually store a separate copy, they're looking at the real data. And like I said, this is where my metaphor kind of breaks, because if the user changes something on the written printout sheet, he's just scratching over the printout sheet. That's not how queries kind of work with Access. So ignore the metaphor for this slide. Just remember that queries usually show you live data. Now, queries are useful because they do more than just filter a table. Yes, they can save a list like customers from Florida sorted by last name, blah, 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 but they can also hide fields you don't want people to see, like credit limits. They can perform calculations like total price equals quantity times unit price, that kind of stuff. They can combine information from multiple tables. For example, your customer name might be in the customer table, the order information is in the order table, and the query can bring those together. So you can see the customer name with their, let's say, latest order date. And that's extremely powerful. But again, you're not copying data into a new table. You're asking Access to assemble the information that you need from the data that already exists. For example, with our analogy, you might have boxes numbered. You might also have your shelves numbered, right? And you've got different tables for each of that. You got a shelf table, and you've got a box table. You might even have a room table. And so you could bring all that information together, right? Find me where the baseballs are. Okay, go to room 3, shelf 2, box 14. So let's put them side by side. Tables store records. A query displays records based on a question. A table is where the original data lives. A query is a reusable way to view that data. A table usually represents one kind of thing, right? Customers, products, orders, contacts, employees, that kind of stuff. A query can pull from one table or several tables and show only the fields or records that you want. Tables and queries can look similar because Access often shows both of them in a datasheet view, which means rows and columns. And that's where beginners get confused because they judge them how they look, not by what they do, right? Table equals storage, query equals question. I mean, the word query literally means question. Now, one of the biggest beginner mistakes is creating a new table every time you need a different list. Beginners often make like customer Florida T, customer New York T, customer inactive T. Now they got that same kind of customer data spread all over the place. Don't do that. That's exactly what queries are for. Keep one real customer table, then make different queries to view that customer data in different ways. One query can show Florida customers, another can show New York customers, another can show inactive customers. The moment you start duplicating the same kind of data into multiple tables, you create a maintenance nightmare. If someone changes their phone number, which table do you update? All right, the answer should be one table, always one source of truth. I see a lot of people coming from Excel do this because they'll have an active customers list and an inactive customers list, and those are represented by two different sheets in their Excel workbook, and they'll just move a customer from one sheet to another one. In Access, you wouldn't do that, right? You would just have an active or inactive checkbox, and then your query can show you which one you want. Now, where do forms and reports fall into all this? Well, forms are what your users work with on the screen. Reports are what you print, email, or save as a PDF. A lot of forms and reports are based on queries instead of directly on tables. Why? Because the query prepares the data exactly the way you want it. For example, you might have a mailing label report that should only print active customers. You make a query that shows only active customers, then you base the report on that query. Same with forms. You might have a form that shows only open orders or only unpaid invoices. The table holds everything. The query narrows it down. The form or the report presents it nicely. So your big takeaway for today is tables store, queries ask. A table is where the data lives. A query is how you ask for the data you want. If you need a different list, a different sort order, a calculation, or information from multiple tables, you probably want a query. And if you want to learn exactly how to build tables and queries step by step, watch my Access Beginner 1 class. This is where I walk you through building a customer table, entering data, sorting and filtering, building queries, forms, and reports from scratch. It's over 4 hours long. It teaches you all the basics, and it's absolutely free. You'll find it on my website and on my YouTube channel. Now, if you found today's video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe and post a comment down below. Let me know how you use queries in your database or what still confuses you about tables versus queries. Believe it or not, lots of beginners are confused by this. It's not just you. Trust me, I get this all the time. Now, that's going to be your Tech Help video for today, brought to you by Access Learning Zone. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. If you're new to Microsoft Access, check out my Access Beginner Level 1 course. It's over 4 hours long and it covers all the basics like tables, queries, forms, and reports. It's a great place to start, and it's also completely free. Members of my channel get extended cut videos, sample databases, access to my code vault, and full training classes every month. Click the join button for details. Thanks for watching. I'm Richard Rost with AccessLearningZone.com. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.